Hello, I'm Dr. Conor Bell, and I'm the Bassoon professor at West Texas A&M University. This video is to help you prepare for the ATSSB All-State Audition Music for 2024 to 2025 school year, and this is the first Etude. This is number 6 in your Weissenborn. I do talk a little bit about additions in my video for the other Etudes, so I'm not going to do it now, but I do like this nice new addition, the new Weissenborn method. It cleans up a lot of misprints and hard to read bits throughout the Etude and gives you lots of other great stuff to work on. All right, this Etude is marked Allegretto Grazioso, which is Italian for fast but not too fast and graceful. The graceful should be your guiding word there. Don't let this be a really fast Etude. It should never be faster than you can play very comfortably and with a lot of ease. Make sure, as we're doing all the arpeggios in the first part, we're observing the dynamics, so make sure you start piano, because in measure 9 you have to come back and do the same thing but forte. It's very common to have people start too loud to start at mezzo forte or something, and then you're not able to get a good contrast. So make sure you start nice and soft. Really circle that or mark it down to pianissimo or piano minus. To get clean slurs into tenor E, you might need to raise the first finger of your right hand. So our full E fingering is 1-3 in the resonance key in the left hand and then 1-2-3 in the right hand. But if you're trying to slur into it, sometimes it'll get stuck. So if you raise and just have 2-3 in the right hand, it'll come out more cleanly. That's also my normal fingering for E, because that tends to be a flat note. And raising that first finger in the right hand will get the pitch up a little bit, and it'll be easier for you to play in tune and to get good response. Same is true for E flat, by the way. Make sure that in measure 15, you're observing that those are in fact 32nd notes and not 16th notes. Really, really common to hear students play those as 16th notes. Has to be very fast. It's just a little turn. It's more of an ornament than it is a printed rhythm. I find it really helpful once you're comfortable, you practice it slow, you've done all that good work, to aim for the E on beat 3. So I don't even really think about the 32nd notes. I go D, ba-da-da, and land on the E on beat 3. If you get too tied up in the 30 seconds, see, there I go, saying it wrong. It can be easy to make the F sharp sound like the downbeat, and then the G ends up feeling like it's on an upbeat, and the rhythm is unsteady. So spend a lot of time practicing this without the 32nd notes. So just go from 14, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum. Once that's really steady and you're comfortable in that framework, then add in the other stuff. Also, slurring down from G to G is really hard. I cheat. I give just a little bit of a tenuto, a soft, light tongue on the low G to make sure it comes out. And then you take a really big breath. I take a big breath there, and I go all the way until like the end of this in measure 40 without taking a breath. I can go kind of a long time on a breath. And I'm playing it at tempo. If you're not able to do that yet, that's fine. We can find other places to breathe. Just a really quick breath to top off the tank, not taking the time to really get the breath you want. You really have to kind of sacrifice to get through this section. That being said, you shouldn't always start at the beginning and go all the way through. You should work on just 2 measures or 4 measures or 6 or 8 measures at a time, and get lots of reps at those measures, and then go on to the next one. Really, there's nothing to be gained from playing the whole Etude at once or the whole big section at once, other than checking in to see if you can yet. Once you know that you can, great, you don't need to do it anymore. Except to practice performance later on in the process. And early on, you're not really going to be telling yourself any useful information. So work on smaller chunks of the music, a phrase or a partial phrase, or if it's really hard, just a measure or a beat, or In the case of the 4 30-second notes, 1/8 notes worth of music, and get lots of repetitions in there. If you are trying to sneak in some breaths, I suggest doing them where we have beat 1 slurred together and then beats 2 and 3 slurred together as pickups. So for instance, in measure 21, 22, measure 23, breathing in between beats 1 and 2, so that the ascending arpeggio on 2 and 3 really helps carry us forward. And then the same could be done in measure 28 or other places like that, 32. That is a way that you can sneak in a quick breath that is musical and doesn't interrupt the line. Also note that we are not playing the whole etude, so we actually stop in measure 42. So after you get through the long section with all the noodles and all the flicking and all the half-rolling, all of that stuff, we have a dramatic ritardando. This is measure 39, da 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 do dum. Breath there maybe, bum 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 bum. And then it should be back a tempo to get all the way through to the end. But because we're stopping so soon, I do it a little under tempo just so it feels conclusive. So here's kind of how I do it, and you'll hear it in the recording. Da 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 do dum bum 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 bum. Ba-dee da dee da dee da dee ba. With a little fermata, and a taper on that last note. Good luck.